Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hope you've had a great week and are having a great day. I want to get started with this quote that I rediscovered. But if you've got any questions or comments or anything, just drop them in the chat. This was a quote that I had found a while ago, and I really liked it, but I couldn't remember the exact words to it. So it took me a minute to rediscover it. And I rediscovered it when I was looking up some chess players for a student of mine. And this quote is by the chess player Adolf Anderssen. He was a German chess player in the 19th century. I think he was around from like 1818 to 1860, 1870, somewhere around in there. Anyways, he had this to say: "It is impossible to keep one's excellence in a glass case like a jewel and take it out whenever it is required." It is impossible to keep one's excellence in a glass case like a jewel and take it out whenever it is required. And I really like this quote because in relation to chess, you could think about it like your ratings. You know, it's like you don't want your ratings to go down. You want your ratings to stay high. But that's not, you can't live like that. You've got to play. You've got to play games. And kind of expanding beyond the game of chess, you can't just operate when you know you're going to succeed. So I think the important lesson here is to always be ready. You got to always be ready. You never know when you're going to get the call. You never know when you're going to get the call. And you may only get the call once. You may only get the call one time. So be as prepared as you can for when that call comes. And even if you aren't ready, you still need to pick it up and try. It's kind of like last week's quote. You got to give yourself a chance to have a chance. You've got to pick up the call, even if you don't feel good about it. Think that you're not gonna, whatever the call may be. If it's a creative call, if it's something you need to do for life in general, you got to pick it up. And even if you fail, quote unquote, if you quote unquote fail, it's still good practice because you're going to learn something, right? So I was kind of, thinking like the different ways to apply this quote. And the chess one is obviously very easy and very great. You always got to play matches. Don't worry about your rating. And for creativity in general, I think it's pretty translatable, in that you've always got to, you've got to be working on something. You're not going to everything that you create is not going to be amazing. And that's okay. That's okay. But you just got to keep at it. And I was just like, okay, so can we expand this even further to bigger than chess, bigger than creativity? Can we expand it into our life? Is this a quote or an idea that can be applied to life? And I think that it can. And I think that the key kernel that is the present is saying for us to be present. I think when we are present in life, we win. Regardless of the outcome, we win. We've got to be present. Even if we're not at our best, just be present. We're going to have good days and bad days. Excellence comes and goes. But we've got to be present for it to even have a chance of coming. So above all, I think we need to be present, and we need to experiment fearlessly and constantly. Some ideas will work, some will not. Some experiments will work, some will not. But seeing which experiments and ideas do not work will be our guide and will create our path along which only only one of us can travel. That took a long ways to get out. Sorry. When we learn what experiments don't work, that creates the path for us. That creates our individual path. Because we learn this experiment doesn't work, so we're going to say, you know what? Okay, I'm going to take that knowledge and forge ahead. I wasn't supposed to go left there. I was supposed to go right. So let me start going right now. And you go right for a while. And you realize, oops, I should have gone left there for a second. So you go back left. The failures are just as important as the successes. So don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid to create something that isn't excellent. Don't be afraid to play a chess game that isn't excellent. Just stay present and you will win. I hope that made sense. I'm a little bit tired and I'm a little bit sick. But I hope it made sense, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. I think this is actually going to be my last live stream for a couple of weeks. I'm not going to be here next Saturday, and the Saturday after that I also won't be there. So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, whatever you celebrate. I hope you have a good one, and I will see you in 2023. All right, be well. Take care. Bye-bye.